Do this 10 minutes a day. Your future self will thank you. Part 1. The Silent Power of 10 Minutes. Many people think real change requires extreme effort always. But transformation usually begins quietly through consistent small actions. 10 minutes daily seems tiny, yet carries surprising power. It provides intentional space for clarity and renewed focus. It reminds you growth starts with simple, repeated commitment. This short practice signals that progress matters to you. It gives structure in a world filled with noise. It protects your attention from distractions constantly pulling everywhere. 10 minutes becomes your anchor for meaningful personal direction. Small actions compound quietly when repeated with calm consistency. They shape your habits without overwhelming your emotional energy. They build discipline gently rather than forcefully or painfully. 10 minutes lowers the barrier that often blocks starting. Starting becomes simple, achievable, and emotionally manageable daily. This simplicity makes consistency much easier to maintain long-term. Consistency becomes your strongest advantage for lasting progress. It transforms effort from exhausting to empowering every day. You begin trusting yourself to follow through reliably. Each completed session becomes proof you can grow intentionally. These small moments accumulate into powerful internal evidence gradually. Evidence strengthens belief, and belief strengthens future actions. Identity shifts naturally when supported by repeated proof. You start seeing yourself as someone evolving consistently. That identity becomes a quiet source of unstoppable momentum. Momentum grows stronger when built through simple daily repetitions. Repetition creates stability, even when motivation feels temporarily weak. Stability protects your goals during chaotic or stressful seasons. 10 minutes also strengthens focus in helpful, meaningful ways. It trains your mind to resist constant digital distraction. Your attention becomes sharper and easier to direct willingly. That sharpness improves your work and personal decision-making. It helps you prioritize intentionally instead of reacting emotionally. You gain clarity about what deserves energy each day. Clarity brings calmness and reduces unnecessary internal noise. Calmness helps you maintain discipline with less resistance. Discipline becomes something natural, not something painful. 10 minutes encourages patience with your own long journey. Patience is essential because meaningful change grows gradually. Without patience, most people quit before results appear. But 10 daily minutes reward slow, consistent effort. These small rewards motivate you to continue repeatedly. They create psychological momentum that pushes you forward. That momentum becomes more valuable than occasional motivation. Motivation fades often, but momentum stays dependable.
Transformation becomes possible because you keep showing up. Showing up daily rewrites your inner story completely. You stop believing change is impossible or difficult. Instead, you experience change happening through tiny steps. These steps feel manageable enough to remain sustainable. Sustainability matters far more than intensity ever does. Intense efforts collapse, but sustainable habits endure faithfully. 10 minutes builds habits strong enough to endure challenges. These habits support your growth during difficult emotional seasons. 10 minutes becomes your grounded ritual of becoming. This ritual reminds you to return to yourself. It reconnects you with long-term meaningful personal intentions. It keeps your life aligned with your deeper values. Alignment between intention and action creates tremendous inner strength. That strength stabilizes you through unpredictable daily challenges. It helps you persist when obstacles seem overwhelming initially. Persistence becomes your quiet yet powerful competitive advantage. Advantage grows stronger with every repeated daily choice. 10 minutes eventually feels natural instead of forced. The habit becomes automatic and emotionally effortless long-term. You no longer debate whether you should begin. You begin automatically because identity drives action. This identity grows from repeated evidence, not wishful thinking. Evidence empowers you to believe deeply in yourself. You trust your ability to improve consistently each day. That trust expands your confidence to pursue bigger goals. Confidence builds because you honor commitments repeatedly, daily. 10 minutes creates a future shaped with intention. It reminds you progress can coexist with daily chaos. Even during hard times, 10 minutes remains achievable consistently. Achievability makes the habit survive difficult emotional storms. Survivability allows growth to continue without interruption. Continued growth compounds into extraordinary long-term transformation. Transformation begins with the smallest possible daily decision. That decision is choosing 10 minutes every day. Your future self is built inside those minutes. One day, you'll see the difference clearly created, and your future self will wholeheartedly thank you. Part 2. Build momentum through small daily wins. Momentum is created when consistent actions reinforce each other. Even tiny wins generate energy that pushes you forward. 10 minutes daily delivers those wins reliably every time. These wins accumulate into powerful psychological strength gradually. Strength formed slowly becomes nearly impossible to break. Small victories matter because they reshape your internal expectations. They prove improvement is happening even without dramatic progress. This proof encourages you to show up again. Showing up repeatedly is how momentum grows strong. Momentum simplifies the entire process of personal change. It removes hesitation that usually stops meaningful action. Once momentum builds, starting becomes easier every day. You stop negotiating with yourself constantly about effort. You act automatically because consistency feels natural. Natural consistency becomes the backbone of lasting transformation. Transformation built this way requires far less willpower. You rely on structure instead of unpredictable motivation. Structure supports you on both good and bad days. 10 daily minutes create reliable structure for progress. They give your brain clear expectations every morning. Clear expectations reduce decision fatigue and internal resistance. Resistance fades when routines become familiar and predictable. Predictability frees energy for deeper, meaningful personal growth. Growth feels easier when starting no longer feels difficult. Difficulty decreases as momentum strengthens each repeated action. Each repetition sends a reinforcing message to yourself. The message is simple: I follow through consistently. This message gradually becomes part of your identity. Identity shapes behavior more strongly than motivation does. When you see yourself as consistent, you act consistently. Identity-driven action feels effortless compared to forced discipline. Forced discipline relies on temporary emotional strength alone. Identity-driven discipline relies on who you believe you are. 10-minute habits strengthen this belief every single day. Belief shapes choices, and choices shape your personal reality. Reality changes when daily habits begin supporting your goals. These small wins also reshape how you handle setbacks. Setbacks feel less threatening when momentum already exists. You bounce back faster because routine supports recovery. Recovery becomes easier when effort remains achievable daily. You don't abandon progress after difficulties or mistakes. Instead, you return to your 10-minute practice. This return strengthens resilience in powerful, meaningful ways. Resilience becomes a quiet advantage across your entire life. You keep moving even when circumstances feel heavy. Momentum also enhances emotional stability over time. You experience fewer emotional dips during stressful periods. The routine provides grounding when life becomes chaotic unexpectedly. Grounded habits reduce anxiety by creating predictable rhythm. Rhythm gives your mind something steady to rely on. This reduces overwhelm and keeps you feeling centered. Centered energy improves clarity about what matters most. Clarity helps you choose actions aligned with purpose. Purpose strengthens motivation without needing dramatic excitement. Momentum builds confidence you can always restart. Restarting becomes easy because action feels familiar. Familiar actions remove fear associated with beginning again. This eliminates perfectionism that once blocked consistent progress. You stop believing everything must be done flawlessly. Instead, you focus on continuing despite imperfections. Continuation becomes more valuable than flawless execution. 10 minutes makes continuation achievable during busy days.
Achievement grows from choosing continuation over perfection repeatedly. Momentum also increases your ambition naturally over time. You begin setting bigger goals because confidence grows. Confidence rises with every small win consistently earned. Earned confidence feels deeply rooted and unshakable. It comes from evidence rather than wishful thinking. Evidence collected daily forms unstoppable internal certainty. This certainty fuels long-term persistence and expanded effort. Expanded effort becomes possible when baseline consistency is built. 10 minutes creates that strong, reliable baseline effortlessly. With momentum, your 10 minutes often expand naturally. Some days you feel inspired to continue longer, but expansion remains optional, never forced or required. Freedom from pressure keeps your habit sustainable permanently. Sustainability ensures your progress continues without interruptions. Interrupted progress still recovers quickly because momentum remains. Momentum never disappears entirely once identity shifts internally. Identity keeps you returning regardless of temporary setbacks. And each return strengthens your confidence even more. 10 minutes daily is not about speed. It is about creating unstoppable forward movement steadily. Steady movement builds a future shaped by intention. And that future grows clearer every time you continue. Part 3. Discipline grows when you lower the pressure. Discipline becomes easier when you reduce unrealistic internal expectations. Most people fail because they demand overwhelming perfection immediately. Perfection creates pressure that crushes motivation before progress begins. 10 minutes removes pressure by shrinking effort to manageable size. Manageable effort creates a welcoming emotional space for consistency. Consistency emerges naturally when pressure stops blocking your progress. Reduced pressure allows discipline to grow slowly without fear. Fear fades when the task feels small and doable. This emotional ease transforms how you approach personal development. Discipline is not built through intensity or harsh self-judgment. It develops gradually through repeated choices made without anxiety. Anxiety weakens discipline because it drains motivation quickly. But calm, simple practices invite discipline to form steadily. 10 minutes becomes a calm container for steady growth. Growth thrives when your nervous system feels safe consistently. Safety allows your brain to accept new challenging habits. Without safety, habits collapse under emotional resistance quickly. 10 minutes prevents collapse by keeping expectations realistic. Realistic expectations help your mind stay engaged long term. Engagement increases when the task feels emotionally achievable daily. Achievability strengthens commitment without forcing intense effort. Commitment grows reliable when effort is repeated comfortably. Comfortable repetition rewires your brain efficiently and gently.
Gentle rewiring creates habits that truly last decades. Lasting habits form the foundation of every major transformation. Transformation happens because discipline becomes part of identity. Identity shifts when actions align with consistent, intentional practice. 10 minutes teaches discipline through approachable daily repetition. Repetition is the quiet engine behind all meaningful success. Most people underestimate how repetition shapes long-term outcomes. They chase excitement instead of embracing steady daily effort. Excitement fades quickly, leaving habits unsupported emotionally. But steady efforts remain strong even without excitement. Strength develops when you stop relying on fluctuating motivation. Discipline is strongest when built without requiring motivation. Motivation becomes a bonus, not a necessary foundation. 10 minutes helps you show up even when tired. Tired days matter because they train real resilience. Resilience is essential for maintaining discipline sustainably forever. Sustainable discipline transforms your life far more powerfully. Powerful transformation emerges from small daily decisions continued. These decisions become easier when expectations stay manageable. Manageable expectations reduce guilt during challenging emotional periods. Reduced guilt prevents shame from interrupting your progress. Progress thrives when emotional obstacles become smaller and softer. 10 minutes also teaches humility and genuine patience. Patience becomes essential when results appear slower than expected. Slow progress often discourages people lacking disciplined perspective. But disciplined people understand growth requires long-term consistency. Consistency becomes easier when the required effort feels small. Small effort keeps your journey psychologically sustainable always. Sustainability allows discipline to deepen without emotional exhaustion. Exhaustion destroys willpower and kills good habits prematurely. But 10 minutes avoids exhaustion by limiting daily demands. You begin valuing progress more than dramatic achievements. Dramatic achievements feel good but rarely sustain improvement. Improvement becomes reliable when discipline anchors your actions. Anchored actions keep you moving forward despite uncertainty. Uncertainty becomes less frightening when discipline remains stable. Stability helps you navigate life with increased inner strength. Strength grows each time you honor your commitment daily. Commitment becomes natural when pressure no longer overwhelms you. Overwhelm disappears because expectations become realistic and kind. Kindness toward yourself strengthens discipline far more effectively. Most people attempt discipline through self-criticism and force, but force rarely creates habits that last long-term. Long-term discipline grows from compassion and steady repetition. Compassion encourages persistence even during difficult emotional days. Difficult days become training grounds for deeper discipline.
Deep discipline becomes a lifelong skill you depend on. Dependable discipline turns goals into achievable daily actions. Achievable daily actions eventually reshape your entire identity. Identity influenced by discipline produces consistent, meaningful results. These results build confidence in your long-term capability. Capability strengthens belief that you can handle life. Handling life well requires calm, practiced mental discipline. Mental discipline develops through daily moments of intentional focus. 10 minutes is enough to strengthen that focus repeatedly. Repeated strengthening builds strong internal psychological foundations. Strong foundations support ambitious goals more confidently. Confidence grows naturally from consistent disciplined behavior daily. 10 minutes, therefore, becomes your discipline-building sanctuary. It removes pressure and replaces it with quiet commitment. And this simple commitment slowly becomes the person you are. Part 4. The power of deliberate small wins. Every transformation begins with tiny decisions you repeatedly choose daily. Small wins shape identity long before outcomes ever start to appear. They grow quietly in moments others ignore or simply overlook. Your future is built through these subtle victories you accumulate. A small win whispers truth your mind eventually learns to trust. It becomes the seed that strengthens your long-term internal direction. True momentum rarely comes from dramatic events most people romanticize. Real momentum comes from disciplined actions done consistently without attention. This is where deliberate small wins gain their incredible power. A deliberate small win matters because you choose purpose over comfort. It proves you are capable of doing difficult things willingly. Each win becomes evidence that you keep promises to yourself. Confidence grows fastest when action supports the identity you desire. Your future self depends on the small wins you protect. Every time you show up, you reinforce trust within yourself. Every time you hesitate, doubt becomes stronger inside your mind. Small wins weaken doubt by building visible proof of ability. You slowly become someone who moves forward despite internal resistance. Many people underestimate small wins because they look insignificant. They seem too small to create meaningful impact or change. But small wins compound faster than our fears ever imagine. Each one makes the next one easier, lighter, and clearer. You become stronger not through intensity, but through consistency. You progress because you keep moving while others wait endlessly. A deliberate small win doesn't need perfection or flawless execution. It does not require ideal timing or perfect emotional readiness. It simply requires action aligned with the future you want. Direction always matters more than dramatic effort or temporary bursts. When direction is clear, discipline becomes easier to maintain. When direction is missing, every effort feels heavier than necessary. Small wins offer the clarity that keeps your journey sustainable.
Deliberate small wins can look incredibly simple at first. 10 minutes of writing can slowly sharpen your creative identity. 10 minutes of reading can reshape how your mind thinks. 10 minutes of stretching can restore energy you thought lost. 10 minutes of planning can calm overwhelming mental clutter instantly. 10 minutes of practice can build confidence through repeated exposure. 10 minutes of focus can separate progress from endless distraction. No single session changes everything, but together they transform you. The true magic lies not in size, but alignment. When your actions match your intentions, identity becomes stronger. You begin seeing yourself as someone capable of change. You start recognizing your potential isn't distant or unreachable. You realize growth is available daily through deliberate small victories. Small wins also dismantle perfectionism in the most powerful way. They teach you that imperfect motion beats perfect stagnation always. You learn that messy beginnings are necessary for meaningful progress. You understand that mastery grows from repetition, not initial brilliance.
This understanding frees you from unrealistic expectations and pressure. It lets you move without fear of judgment or failure. It lets you breathe, act, learn, adjust, and continue forward. Over time, small wins create internal resilience you can rely on. When challenges rise, you continue because habits already support you. When motivation fades, structure carries you through difficult days. When setbacks hit, momentum helps you bounce back faster. Your progress becomes stable instead of inconsistent or unpredictable. Small wins protect your energy better than intense effort ever could. They prevent burnout by creating a sustainable rhythm you maintain. They fuel your growth gently without overwhelming your emotional reserves. You progress without collapsing, pushing, or forcing unnatural extremes. This is how lasting transformation truly feels inside daily life. As small wins accumulate, you begin seeing yourself differently entirely. You stop viewing success as something reserved for special people. You stop believing discipline is impossible or out of reach. You start experiencing yourself as capable, steady, and reliable. And this shift changes more than your habits or behavior. It changes your identity and expands your entire future. When identity shifts, your path becomes clearer than ever before. Your doubts lose power because evidence now supports your confidence. Your goals feel achievable because actions align with intention. Your progress feels meaningful because direction finally makes sense. This alignment becomes the foundation of your long-term transformation. Deliberate small wins do more than push your goals forward. They reshape how you see yourself and your potential. They build momentum, even on days when life feels heavy. They strengthen trust between your present self and future self. They create stability in a world filled with constant uncertainty. They remind you that lasting change begins with tiny courage.
In the end, small wins become the quiet proof you needed. Proof that you're capable of growth at any chosen moment. Proof that discipline can be gentle yet incredibly powerful. Proof that transformation is available through consistent intentional steps. And proof that 10 minutes daily can genuinely change everything. Part 5. Consistency creates unshakable confidence. Confidence grows slowly through repeated actions taken every single day. It is not born from luck, praise, or validation. It is built silently through small steps you perform consistently. Every completed action whispers, you can trust yourself completely. Trust in yourself becomes the foundation of lasting inner strength. When you prove reliability, your mind stops doubting your ability. Every successful repetition reinforces identity. I am someone who delivers. This identity outweighs fleeting emotions or sudden bursts of motivation. Motivation comes and goes, but confidence built lasts a lifetime. 10 minutes daily builds evidence even when progress feels invisible. Small actions accumulate into undeniable proof of your competence. Each small win reassures you that growth is happening naturally. Reassurance strengthens your courage to attempt larger and harder tasks. Courage grows not from inspiration, but from repeated self-verification consistently. Repeated self-verification trains your mind to rely on demonstrated capability. Your brain begins expecting you to follow through reliably each day. Expectation becomes default behavior, replacing uncertainty with consistent inner certainty. Inner certainty feels stronger than any external validation ever could. Confidence built this way is unshakable because it is earned. Earned confidence does not collapse when criticism or challenges arise. It does not disappear when results seem delayed or hidden. It exists independently of praise, luck, or temporary circumstances entirely. It grows in quiet spaces where no one notices effort. It thrives on repetition, not sudden dramatic successes or failures. It relies on habit and identity, not fluctuating external outcomes.
It teaches your mind, I am capable even when tired. It teaches your heart, I can handle any situation calmly. Each 10-minute session adds bricks to your invisible foundation. Foundation becomes stronger than any fear or self-doubt you feel. Fear loses power when repeated proof confirms your reliability repeatedly. Self-doubt fades as evidence outweighs imagined limitations consistently over time. Repeated practice creates certainty that your abilities will continue growing. Certainty creates confidence, and confidence empowers action without hesitation naturally. Natural action is unstoppable because you trust the process internally. Trusting the process reduces overthinking and prevents procrastination effectively. Procrastination diminishes because your identity expects daily forward movement automatically.
Confidence built through consistency also strengthens resilience to external pressure. Setbacks become temporary, not defining moments that stop progress permanently. You see failures as opportunities to refine your approach intentionally. Challenges are easier because habits already support you under pressure. Support from repeated action acts like a safety net mentally. Mental safety allows your mind to take bigger, calculated risks. Risk becomes less intimidating because preparation and discipline are already present. Preparation builds a quiet inner assurance that fuels fearless decision-making. Decision-making improves because confidence guides choices with clarity and precision. Your social confidence also grows from consistent personal competence practice. Every small action you perform reinforces self-respect and social trust naturally. Others notice subtle changes in presence and consistent behavior naturally. This attracts opportunities, collaborations, and people aligned with your purpose. Your reputation strengthens not from boasting, but from reliable action repeatedly. Reliable action signals strength, discipline, and integrity without any words required. Actions speak louder than promises, and consistency amplifies that voice. Small daily improvements create long-term credibility and influence quietly but powerfully. Confidence built internally becomes visible externally, influencing every relationship effectively. 10 minutes daily trains emotional confidence as well as skill. Emotional control improves because habits anchor your nervous system consistently. Stress becomes manageable when repeated routines provide predictability and calmness. Calmness allows clearer thinking and stronger response under challenging circumstances. You respond rather than react because repetition builds internal regulation naturally. Regulated emotions protect focus and reduce unnecessary energy drain constantly. Energy previously wasted on worry is redirected toward meaningful progress steadily. Meaningful progress strengthens self-belief and reinforces the confidence cycle indefinitely. Cycle of confidence, competence, and consistency compounds like interest over time. Confidence created this way is liberating, not arrogant or fragile. It does not need comparison to others to feel secure. It does not collapse when circumstances change unexpectedly or drastically. It is rooted in identity, habits, and repeated personal verification consistently. This type of confidence allows you to act without fear. It empowers daily courage to show up, try, and persist. It removes hesitation that once prevented ambitious action and growth repeatedly. It makes your presence, voice, and decisions carry undeniable weight naturally. It provides inner peace while pursuing external achievements with steady focus.
Every action, no matter how small, compounds your confidence exponentially. 10 minutes may seem insignificant, but it accumulates into unshakable strength. Strength built this way is subtle, quiet, and profoundly lasting. It prepares you to face bigger challenges without panic or hesitation. It turns uncertainty into opportunity because competence has been proven repeatedly. It builds a self-reinforcing loop of action, confidence, and progress continually. This loop separates those who dream from those who actually achieve. Consistency in small wins is the secret behind extraordinary human potential. 10 minutes daily creates a ripple effect across your entire life. Part 6. Small daily habits transform your health. Your health improves gradually through small daily choices repeated consistently. Tiny actions done every day compound into lasting wellness naturally. It is not extreme workouts or temporary diets that sustain. It is steady routines practiced consistently over weeks and months. 10 minutes of movement daily strengthens your body without overwhelming it. 10 minutes of stretching improves flexibility, reduces tension, and prevents injury. 10 minutes of deep breathing lowers stress, calming mind and body. 10 minutes of hydration reminds your body to function optimally daily. Even small sleep adjustments have massive long-term benefits for energy. Consistent physical care strengthens your immune system over time reliably. Small, repeated nutritional choices improve energy, mood, and cognitive performance consistently. A balanced breakfast daily stabilizes metabolism and sustains mental clarity. Healthy snacks consistently prevent crashes and support long-term weight management efficiently. 10 minutes walking daily activates circulation, strengthens legs, and increases stamina. Movement enhances mood by releasing endorphins even after short sessions. Consistency matters more than occasional intense exercise or sporadic effort. Long-term results rely on frequency and repetition, not temporary extremes. Mental health grows through simple, repeated self-care practices consistently performed. Meditation for 10 minutes daily builds clarity and emotional resilience. Journaling each day improves reflection, perspective, and self-awareness naturally. 10 minutes of gratitude strengthens positive mindset and reduces negative thinking. Consistent quiet time improves emotional regulation, focus, and decision-making skills. Even brief mindfulness breaks support calmness during chaotic daily schedules. Small, repeated actions stabilize mood and prevent burnout effectively over time. Mental wellness grows strongest when practice is gentle, consistent, and patient. Progress often feels invisible, but compounds silently beneath conscious awareness consistently.
Habits influence long-term health more than motivation or energy surges. Most people rely on motivation, ignoring habits that sustain results. Habits provide structure, predictability, and efficiency for mental and physical performance. 10-minute actions reduce stress, improve resilience, and strengthen self-discipline simultaneously. Consistency protects health even during high-pressure or unpredictable life events. Repeated microactions teach your body and mind sustainable functioning automatically. Your nervous system adjusts gradually to routines, promoting long-term balance naturally. Even small daily adjustments create profound energy, vitality, and life quality. This is the secret. Regularity beats intensity every single time. Small habits also improve sleep patterns, supporting recovery and performance. 10 minutes of winding down reduces stress and prepares mind. Consistent bedtime routines regulate circadian rhythm and enhance restorative sleep. Even brief evening stretches or light readings signal your body rest. Sleep consistency improves focus, learning, memory, and overall emotional stability. When habits are reliable, your energy levels increase without conscious effort. Steady routines prevent exhaustion caused by irregular lifestyle choices or sporadic activity.
10-minute daily habits transform subtle, incremental health changes into lasting wellness. Health improvements compound like small deposits, accumulating to substantial daily interest. Mental focus strengthens as physical energy and routine consistency synchronize naturally. 10 minutes of movement stimulates blood flow and improves brain performance. Even light aerobic activity enhances cognition and learning capabilities efficiently. Consistent mental exercises, reading, or puzzles sharpen thinking over months. Habits are the bridge connecting short daily efforts with transformation. Small wins in health and mind reinforce self-discipline and confidence. Confidence in your body and mind creates momentum across other life areas. Momentum compounds across habits, performance, and personal growth steadily and reliably. Your body becomes stronger, energy increases, and mental clarity expands consistently. The beauty of small habits is their adaptability to life. Even when busy, you can fit 10 minutes into schedule. Flexibility ensures consistency persists despite work, family, or unexpected events. Missing a day is temporary. Returning maintains long-term positive effects. Consistency matters more than perfection when building sustainable health habits. Gentle, repeated effort shapes body and mind for years silently. Progress feels slow initially, but becomes exponential over months and years. Small daily choices shape identity. I am someone who cares consistently. Identity reinforces action, action reinforces results, results reinforce habits, habits reinforce identity.
Long-term health benefits extend beyond physical and mental improvements directly. They create energy to pursue goals, improve relationships, and productivity. They reduce stress and increase resilience during challenges and setbacks naturally. They support emotional balance, confidence, and the ability to take action. 10 minutes daily may feel insignificant, but impact multiplies over time. Small habits reduce dependency on willpower, motivation, or external validation consistently. You create freedom through structure, predictability, and sustainable personal routines quietly. 10 minutes daily protects your body, mind, and future potential consistently. This is the foundation for a life of vitality, strength, and joy. When these small daily habits compound, you become unstoppable over time. Your body and mind reward steady, consistent effort with long-term transformation. 10 minutes a day shapes the person you are becoming naturally. Your health, confidence, focus, and energy improve because of consistency. Small wins compound into resilience, strength, and unstoppable personal momentum silently. Habitual, deliberate action is the true secret to sustainable human transformation. Even modest daily investment in yourself eventually produces extraordinary long-term results. Small, consistent actions, repeated over months, transform your life completely. Your future self will thank you for disciplined 10-minute daily practice. Part 7. Your future self will thank you. The final truth is simple. Small actions create futures. Every day counts because your choices accumulate into transformation. 10 minutes today is 10 minutes closer to your goals. Consistency bridges the gap between dreams and achievable reality gradually. Your future self already exists inside your current small choices. Every repeated effort strengthens the person you are becoming intentionally. Identity grows from repeated daily wins, not from occasional bursts. 10 minutes builds habits that silently shape the life ahead. Momentum is created through repetition, even when progress feels invisible sometimes. Do not wait for perfect conditions to take action today. Life will never pause for your readiness or perfect timing. Small actions performed imperfectly are more powerful than waiting endlessly. Even 5 minutes done consistently beats hours done irregularly occasionally. Your growth depends on showing up repeatedly, not doing everything flawlessly. The secret is discipline, not motivation, powering progress over the long term consistently. Motivation flickers, but consistency shines steadily through every circumstance consistently. 10 minutes daily becomes habit. Habit becomes identity. Identity becomes power. When identity aligns with action, change becomes inevitable, unstoppable, and real.
Your future self will remember every effort you invested intentionally. Every repeated task becomes a gift for the person tomorrow. Even seemingly trivial steps compound into significant momentum over weeks. Every completed action is a deposit into your long-term growth. Consistency in small actions builds trust between present and future selves. Trust creates confidence, and confidence fuels more consistent future actions. The cycle strengthens your identity as someone capable and reliable daily. 10 minutes daily may feel small, but produces enormous outcomes. Every time you repeat action, your future self gains strength. The small steps you take today protect against future regrets. Life is long, but wasted potential leaves a painful echo. 10 minutes consistently prevents stagnation, builds resilience, and supports transformation. Your decisions matter more than you currently realize, even subtly. Every small act performed intentionally compounds into a lifetime of benefits. Consistency ensures progress continues even when circumstances feel difficult or uncertain. Your future self will thank you for persistent, disciplined choices. Small daily actions accumulate into unstoppable forward motion over the long term. Every repeated effort reduces stress, uncertainty, and builds personal confidence exponentially. Remember, perfection is not required to create meaningful results consistently. 10 minutes is enough when repeated every single day intentionally. Missed days are temporary, returning maintains momentum and progress reliably. Focus on direction, not speed, and success will eventually follow. Slow progress is still progress, building strength beneath visible outcomes. Consistency transforms ordinary people into extraordinary achievers over extended time. Every small effort contributes to skills, confidence, and self-respect. Silently. Momentum grows because action compounds faster than distraction or hesitation ever. Even tiny, repeated actions create measurable transformation when maintained daily. Your confidence, health, focus, and skills all improve simultaneously, gradually. Small habits enhance mental resilience and emotional regulation over months, consistently. 10 minutes daily develops discipline that multiplies into broader personal freedom. Freedom comes from knowing your actions are aligned with intention. Daily effort reduces uncertainty and anxiety while boosting personal power consistently. Consistency teaches patience, focus, and trust in long-term results steadily. Each completed habit reinforces belief in your own capabilities reliably. This belief forms a foundation for greater challenges and achievements. Repeated small victories train the mind to remain calm and capable.
The journey is not dramatic, but the results are profound. Transformation occurs quietly beneath the surface, visible only through reflection later. Your future self benefits most from disciplined daily efforts repeated. 10 minutes today can prevent struggles that arise from neglect tomorrow.
Every effort compounds into skill, confidence, health, and mental clarity. Daily actions connect your present with the life you envision. Small wins develop identity. I am consistent, capable, and courageous daily. Identity motivates action without reliance on fleeting motivation or external praise. Momentum created by daily consistency becomes unstoppable and deeply empowering naturally. The most powerful realization is that you control your tomorrow. Every small choice, action, and habit shapes the life ahead. 10 minutes of focus today is equivalent to hours wasted tomorrow. The path to transformation begins with commitment, not grand, flashy gestures. Start now with small action, no matter how insignificant it feels inevitably. Progress accumulates silently until suddenly your future self is transformed completely. Consistency is the bridge connecting your current self with potential reality. Every repeated effort becomes a gift, strengthening your mind, body, and spirit. The life you desire is built from 10-minute daily actions. So take a deep breath and commit fully today. 10 minutes of effort repeated daily creates extraordinary long-term results. Start small, remain consistent, and your future self will thank you. Every tiny action matters more than you realize in reality. Discipline, patience, and persistence are the hidden engines of transformation. Consistency transforms small actions into extraordinary achievements over time, inevitably. Your future self will smile, grateful for the choices today. Begin now, because the bridge to greatness is built gradually daily. 10 minutes today is your first step toward lasting success.
If this message hit you, then don't just watch and leave. Like this video, share it to someone who needs this wake-up, and subscribe to this channel. Study yourself 1 hour a day. We are building a different breed here, a new generation of doers, people who don't wait for permission, people who build themselves daily, people who compound quietly and become untouchable over time. Hit subscribe, join the movement. 1 hour a day, every day. And in 1 year, your future self will not recognize you anymore. Let's grow. Let's execute. Let's dominate our own potential. Subscribe now and start becoming the person nobody can compete with.